Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Janna Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janna Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachariyam Yamuna Tira Vanachariyam Jayarara Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayarada Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayarada Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayarada Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradari Janna Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Janna Ranjana Yashoda Yashodanandana Vraja Janna Ranjana Yashodanandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Dannavallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vrajadannaranjana Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Vrajadannaranjana Yashodanandana Yamunatira Vanachariya Yamunatira Vanachariya Jayara Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayara Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayara Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayam Vishnu Pada Paramhansa Parivrajagacharya Ashtottara Shatra Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Samstag Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha, Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinatha Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai, Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Navadviv Dham Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Yamuna Mai Ki Jai, Tulasi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Jai Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. So before we continue with introspection, I'll just present quickly, briefly, two small books that have been published, English, German, and Spanish. So this is Markine Bhagavad Dharma, Prabhupada's poem when he arrived at the Commonwealth Pier in Boston. And the occasion is the 60th anniversary this year of his arrival, 1965. We are in 2025, so on September 13th actually. This has to be a little bit down, this feedback. Then, so this is his 60th anniversary. A very special prayer, at least for me. It was not meant, when he wrote it for sure, to be published. It's a very intimate dialogue, you may say, conversation, an inner conversation with Krishna, addressing the Lord after having seen the panorama, the scenery of Boston, a typical American city in the mid-1960s. So let's go quickly through it. This is Srila Prabhupada praying to Krishna Balaram. And this is the first photo taken of him in Pennsylvania after his arrival. And he has, of course, Bhagavatam in his hand. Srimad-Bhagavatam has a special place in this whole situation of Prabhupada's arrival. As we know, before he boarded the Jaladuta, he shipped 200 sets of the first canto. And he only began his journey after he had printed the first canto. For several years he had been translating and commenting on it. And as we will see inside the prayer, there's a section where he will quote from the second chapter of the first canto, because these are the 5, you may say, the most important verses which describe in only 5 verses the whole process of how one becomes Krishna conscious. So this prayer also I've converted into poetry, English poetry, German poetry, Spanish poetry. The English poetry, the title is Make Me Dance, because that's like at the end, Prabhupada's addressing the Lord, here I am, I'm at your disposal, you can do with me whatever you like. So if you want me to dance in a certain way, just make me dance. What happened? Oh my God. Oh, great. This is not the idea, but it's getting worse. Okay, well, more or less, that's not the idea either. I have to go out, maybe. Is it working? Okay.
I'm just trying to make the slides can go directly to the live stream also.
Uh-huh. Well.
If you want, I can put it back just so that the live stream can see as well.
Now it's okay?
Yes.
You're not going to touch it?
Yes.
No changes anymore?
No changes.
All right. So here we go. Make me dance. So let's begin with, we go through the verses actually. There are 16 of them. So the first verse, Prabhupada has seen America firsthand, and he says, let me see whether I can take here this transcript Markine Bhagavad Dharma. You still see this, okay. Yeah, so my dear Lord Krishna, you are so kind upon this useless soul, but I don't know why you have brought me here. Now you can do whatever you like with me. Interesting, this expression, because obviously Prabhupada didn't arrive in America by chance. It was planned, he had gotten a visa, he got the ticket. So, of course, he went there with the purpose to fulfill the order of his spiritual master, but still, seeing the situation, and we'll see in the later verses, he will express this several times, it goes back and forth. This doubt, why am I here? What am I supposed to do in this place? And therefore, in this illustration, we have on one side Vrindavan, and on the other side, in between, Boston, the American city, a stark contrast. Also, during the journey, he had written already one prayer to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, where he also expressed a kind of longing. He was missing Vrindavan, the atmosphere of Vrindavan. And now he sees the very strong difference between these two worlds. And therefore this doubt, and you may say, why am I here? What I'm supposed to do? Why? Because the situation is that people are completely in illusion. They are trapped in the material energy under passion and ignorance, and I'm not sure how can I make these people Krishna conscious. The captain had taken Prabhupada through the city, he had showed him everything, and Srila Prabhupada expresses in the third verse that I see that these people their consciousness is completely different from Krishna consciousness, of course. So I see there's no taste whatsoever for talks about Krishna Katha, Vasudeva Katha. So how will they be able to understand? I And he says, I don't see how this will be possible. And then he expresses a hope. He says, well, actually, because you are Yogeshwara, you are the master of all mystic power, everything is possible. If you empower me, if you intervene, if you give your mercy, then even the dumb, he can speak, lame can walk, and a dumb person can sing and speak. So it's possible. So again, therefore, I just put myself into your hands and just pull the strings, and I will act. Then he goes back to the doubt, saying, well, this is Boston Common, one of the parks in Boston, the most prominent park, where devotees in '69 opened a temple, and they were going frequently to this place and do Harinam, distribute prasadam. So Prabhupada says, I'm just praying for your mercy, so that by your grace, some or other, they will be able to awaken from their illusory daydream. All the living entities are under the spell of illusion, and only if you desire, if it's your desire, then there will be a release. So I pray that the illusion will go away, and then only then they will be able to understand and be free. In the next verse, he speaks about the Bhagavatam as Krishna's sound incarnation, and that by submissively hearing about the Bhagavatam, from the Bhagavatam, then the heart can be cleansed. And this is the effective cure. So here he then now quotes these 5 verses, beginning with Srinvatam Svakata Krishna, Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Tada Rajastamo Bhava, these 5 verses. The first one is this, that Krishna is sitting in the heart of the living entity, and when he sees that somebody is eager to hear about him, Srinvatam, then all these abhadrani, all these inauspicious things in the heart, Krishna will come, vidonoti surit satam, he's the friend, well-wishing friend, and he will himself will cleanse the heart from all these inauspicious things. In the next verse, Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu, it is said that by regularly hearing the Bhagavatam and serving the Bhagavat, the personified Bhagavatam, then all the troubles of the heart, Nashta Prayeshu, they will be almost destroyed completely. And then Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki, devotional service will become established, firmly established in the heart. When that happens, then the next step, as I said, these 5 verses describe the different stages of development to the point of becoming fully Krishna conscious. So when this has happened and bhakti is established in the heart, at that point, tara rajas tamo bhava, rajas and tamas and everything else that will come will go away practically, become nil. Lust and greed, hankering, all these negative qualities will disappear from the heart, and one becomes established in Shuddha Sattva, in pure goodness, and then one becomes joyful, Brahmabhuta Prasanatma. In the next verse, it is said, then once one is established in Shuddha Sattva, then one actually gains scientific knowledge. One will be enlightened from within, one will understand devotional service, and at that point, the bondage of the soul is shattered, or one becomes unchained, and then finally, the knot in the heart is cut, and the chain of karma ends, and that's it. Then you're free, liberated soul. Again, the chorus, I'm like a puppet in your hands. And then now Prabhupada elaborates on the effect of hearing Srimad-Bhagavatam. He says, whoever hears your message attentively will become free from passion and ignorance, and all the evil desires in the heart will disappear, and then the soul realizes that it's your eternal servant. Now again, because this is the specialty about this prayer, he goes back and forth. Now again, doubt comes. He says, how can I convince them? I don't know. I'm feeling unqualified, I'm unfortunate, so I'm asking for your blessings and strength so that I can convince them of your message. He now says that, well, you have brought me here, and now it's up to you whether I become a success or a failure. You are the Jagat Guru, the master of the three worlds, and you can make my speech adequate so that people will appreciate or understand Krishna consciousness. He says, only by your mercy my words will become pure, and then they will touch their hearts, and at that time your transcendental message will free them from all anxiety. The last verse, he says, also very intimately imploring the Lord that I don't feel I have any devotion, I have no knowledge, but I can say I have one quality, I have firm faith in Krishna's holy name. And we know Srila Prabhupada was struggling for practically 1 year without much success in New York until the summer of '66. And when he began to go outside and sit down and chanting, people would come, and then gradually Krishna consciousness was taking foothold in the society. So it was by the chanting of the holy name, practically, that Krishna consciousness began. So he said then that this title, Bhaktivedanta, was given to me by the Vaishnava community in India, and now it depends on you, Krishna, to make this meaning of Bhaktivedanta, make it really true, come true. So that's basically the prayer, Markine Bhagavad Dharma. Each verse is there with a short commentary. It's a small book about, let's see, I have one copy here to show. It's a small book, about 80 pages. Right now, here it is in English and German. Spanish will come before September 13th. Okay, so this is one. Then I can present quickly another one, which is, let's see, this one here. This was originally written in Spanish, actually, because it was commissioned like 20 years ago. The original title was Adonde vamos? Where are we going? And, well, it was commissioned, and then later the BBT printed it for the Sankirtan in Spain, and they distributed about 50,000, I think, of those. Because it's like, they call it a bridge book. The idea is to answer the question, what happens after death? People, well, they should ask, when death comes, what's happening? Where do I go? Is there anything or nothing? So there's only 4 chapters. Let's go, and I illustrated those with, how you call them, engraving style, Kupferstich in German. So we have, the first chapter is called Beyond the Veil, that there are, well, 3 viewpoints what happens after death. The first one is, of course, the predominant idea nowadays, materialistic idea, there's nothing. Like Prabhupada quotes, he was talking to this Russian professor, Soviet Union still. He says, Swamiji, when the body is finished, everything is finished. There's nothing that will come. So people have no conception that there's anything spiritual. It's all material. Then the second answer might be, according to the tradition of the country, religious tradition, there may be resurrection. One judgment day we'll all rise from the grave, and well, the good ones have eternal life, and the others we don't want to talk about. Then the third one is, of course, the Vaishnava conception that after death we continue to live. Second chapter speaks about the journey of the soul, exactly what happens at the time of death, how do actions and thoughts and desires shape the future, the question whether animals can become human beings or whether human beings can become animals again, what is karma, the cycle of birth and death, and whether it's possible to get out of this cycle of repeated birth and death, and if so, how. The third chapter talks about karma and the law of reincarnation, how Krishna is the witness and dispensing the karma. It talks about free will and predestination, and how consciousness can evolve or devolve, and also there's some talk about near-death experience. And then the final chapter is answering the question, where are we going? What is the end of reincarnation? And again, there are mainly there are three conceptions. First of all, nirvana, everything is void at the end. The second is Brahman, impersonal conception of the Absolute. And finally, Goloka, the personal conception of the Absolute Truth. So that is explained. So again, for this one, I composed a song about what the book is about, very quickly. The first chorus says, "There's a shadow walking next to me, from my first breath to the final hour. Silent, patient, ever watching me, a dark presence of unknown power." So one may feel that, yes, death is always accompanying us, but at the same time one can also understand it as the super soul who's always accompanying us. And generally, we are born into this world, and we are we try to be successful and work, but always there's this shadow next to us. We may not see it, and we may ignore it, but that doesn't mean that it's not there. And finally, at the end of life, it's more prominent, and it will let us know that all this will disappear. It will fade away. So then again, we just mention what is mentioned in the book. Some say there's nothing at the end. Some say you may go to another realm. And at the end, there's this idea that now I want to go beyond the veil, and I want to take the way back home. So that's basically it. Now let's continue with introspection. Let's see. We're half through, and today we are only going to do, relatively only, let's see, four songs, and we'll sing one. Let me go to... Okay. That we had. Next one, I think. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Yes, here we go. Okay, next song, number 10. This is one of those songs Srila Prabhupada quotes quite a bit. Vidyara Vilase, the learned ass. Actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he calls the scholar, and he refers to himself as an ass, as a donkey. He says in the beginning that when I was young, I was very confident that by studying I would become, successful, that I would become wise and knowledgeable. And I was reading so many different books, and I hoped that this would be life's ultimate reward. But actually, and this is the part where Prabhupada quotes in his lectures, in his books, Jadavidyayata Mayara Vaibhava, that all the so-called knowledge of this world is born of the flickering potency, Maya, of your external energy, and it's infatuating. It makes a fool of the eternal soul by encouraging his infatuation with this temporary world. That's the meaning of that verse. Then, in the next one, he says, here I am, a learned ass. I'm very proud of my load. And as we have seen in other songs before, now in my old age, the power to enjoy is diminished. Nothing at all pleases me, and my plans all have failed. Life has become agony, my heart is in pain. My learning turned out to be devoid of real gain. It has become a pointed spear, piercing my inner sense with the unbearable burning pain of abject ignorance. And at the end, he turns to the Lord. Bhaktivinoda abandons now all dull mundane knowledge and makes your lotus feet his life's essence, transcending all bondage. So this is Vidyara Vilase. Song number 11 is Narottam Das Thakur's Gauranga Karuna Koro, called Your Merciful Glance. And he addresses the Lord, please cast your merciful glance, because I'm allured by Maya's dance. Lost in the three worlds, boundless domain, I'm seeking your lotus feet's shelter again. Here we have, he expresses that I, like Sanatana Goswami, with a blade of grass between my teeth, I beg you, O Gaura, your causeless mercy bequeath. Please take your seat in the temple of my heart and make me a devotee. And then he turns to the Lord saying, if you don't help me, if you don't show your mercy, then why are you called Patita Pavana, the savior of the fallen? Why do you have this name if you don't save me? I am lost in the tempest of worldly life, this always struggle just to survive, and I want to take the boat of your lotus feet to come to the shore of eternity. I am the servant of the servant. Narottam Das sings of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the savior of all beings. My prayers flows to him like an endless stream to the lotus feet of that most munificent Supreme. Now the next song is also by Narottam Das Thakur, and I don't think anybody knows that one. It's called Hari Hari Ki Mora Karama Abhage, speaking about basically empty rituals. In the beginning, first of all, he says, I'm very unfortunate because all my actions, my heart is, a spear is going through my heart because I have no love for you. I have lived in vain. And sacrifices, charity, meditation, mantras, going to holy places, taking a dip in the holy waters, all this is just illusion if there's no bhakti, if there's no devotion, and it's like ridiculous, just like jewels on rags. Then he says, well, I heard the sadhus, you see on the right up there, the sadhus are sitting. I heard their words, but they never entered my heart. I was always in bad company, and where can I go when the death arrives? From the Vedic scriptures, I heard that Hari's lotus feet will free me from fear, but my choice was to dedicate myself to a life of delirium. I never praised his name, never worshipped his form. I just lost in material enjoyment. And now, at the end of my life, I will place my mind and my body at Radha Krishna's lotus feet. And then all these desires will just go away, and I have no more fear with my body and mind in their care. Very nice song. So, Lochan Das Thakur, this is the only song by Lochan Das Thakur, probably also not known, Avatara Sara. In this song, he addresses his mind. Every single verse is just speaking to his own mind and telling his mind, reminding his mind how one has tried during all his life to enjoy in different ways, and it never worked out. So first thing he says, why didn't you worship Gaura? You were near, you had the opportunity. He says, if one is near water, but you cannot drink, then you remain thirsty, and it's due to your bad karma, which may happen. People may come in contact with Krishna consciousness, they may get prasadam, they may meet devotees, but somehow or other they don't take the opportunity. So this is the situation. You are near water, there you just take it. No, you cannot, because karma, bad karma doesn't allow you. Then he says, you have always served thorny trees, and you hope, well, maybe I get some nectar fruit. And you ignored completely Gauranga, the Prema Kalpataru, the wish-fulfilling tree of Prema, because you were thinking, well, maybe this is poison. Then you search for fragrance. This is the Palash flower, an Indian flower, which is very beautiful. It's called the flame of the forest. But the problem is it has no fragrance whatsoever. So you may think, oh, this is a beautiful flower, and then you go, there's no fragrance, but maybe an insect will crawl into your nose. So that's the result. Similarly, you may take thinking that, well, if I chew this wood, dry wood, it's like sugar cane, I will get some sweet juice, but it's dry, so there's nothing. So why didn't you worship Gaura? You missed the opportunity. Instead, what did you do? Death is like a coiling snake, and you put that around your neck thinking it's like a flower garland. Or you enter fire thinking you will get a cool breeze, and you only suffer painful burns. So this is the situation. O mind, enjoying worldly pleasures, the merciful Gaura you have forgotten, never heeding the words of the sadhus, both this world and the next are lost to you. So, yeah, again, mind, why don't you worship Gaura? He is the most magnanimous and loving Lord, bestowing pure prema freely to all. So this is an introspective song, thinking how I wasted my life. I tried so many things, so many different ways to find happiness and pleasure, and it never really worked out. So this is the song, the last, I will only do 4 today. The last one that we will sing, it's Gaurapahu, called here Treasure of Love. Here Narottam Das Thakur also laments, actually this, the original title of this song is Akshepa, regret, and we'll see why. He says, I failed to worship you, I have no devotion, and instead of the jewel-like treasure of pure love, I only gained a decline of my inner spirit. What did I do? I was chasing fleeting shadows, drowning in the ocean of birth and death, and I ignored the treasure of pure love. I only... Well, at least it's not hard metal. Some have. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Just turn it off so it doesn't appear again. Maybe with some other melody. So back here we are. This is a situation. We are chasing basically fleeting shadows, and being in an ocean, we will sooner or later drown. So Gaurapahu, I have failed to worship you. Gaurapahu, I have no devotion true. Satsangachari, I avoided satsanga, the association of devotees, and I enjoyed with unsaintly persons, bound by the ropes of my bad karma. I always was tempted to swallow the poison of sensual passion, and I have no taste to absorb myself in the nectar of Gaura's kirtan. This is the chorus again. I failed to worship you. Then at the end, Narottam Das Thakur, this is a very heartfelt prayer. He says, why do I continue to linger in this world of worry and woe? What happiness can be found here where sorrow only grows? Narottam Das ponders in a heartfelt lament and cry, why am I still living? Why long ago I did not die? Heavy. So, we can try. Also, generally it's not sung as a bhajan together, but yesterday you were very expert, so we'll try again today. Something new. I don't think it's too difficult. Let's see. Gaurapahu nabajiya guainu, Gaurapahu nabajiya guainu, Gaurapahu nabajiya guainu, Gaurapahu nabajiya guainu, Premaratanna dhanna helaya harainu, Premaratanna dhanna helaya harainu, Gaurapahu nabajiya guainu, Gaurapahu nabajiya guainu, adhanne jatana kori dhanna te yaginu, adhanne jatana kori dhanna te yaginu, adhanne jatana kori dhanna te yaginu, adhanna jatana kori adhanna korinu, apanna karma doshe apanidubinu, apanna karma doshe apanidubinu, apanna karma doshe apanidubinu, apanna karma doshe apanidubinu, Gaurapahu nabajiya guainu, Gaurapahu nabajiya guainu, Gaurapahu Nabadiya Gohainu Gaurapahu Nabadiya Gohainu Satsanga Charikainu Asate Vilasa Satsanga Charikainu Asate Vilasa Satsanga Charikainu Asate Vilasa Satsanga Charikainu Asate Vilasa Te karana lagilo ye Karma bandha fasa Adar karana lagilo Karma bandha fasa Te karana lagilo ye karma bandha fasa Te karana lagilo ye karma bandha fasa Gaurapahu Nabajiya Goainu Gaurapahu Nabajiya Goainu Gaurapahu Nabajiya Goainu Gaurapahu Nabajiya Goainu Vishaya Vishama Visha Satatakainu Vishaya Vishama Visha Satatakainu Vishaya Vishama Visha Satatakainu Sishaya Sishaya Sita Gaura Kirtana Rase Magana Nahainu 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 Gaurapahu Nabajiya Goainu Gaurapahu Nabajiya Goainu Gaurapahu Nabajiya Goainu Gaurapahu Nabajiya Goainu Keno vachaye prana Kisukataya Keno vachaye prana Kisukapaya Keno vachaye prana hi sukha paya keno ke achaye prana keno sukha narottama rasa keno nagelo Maria Gautama dasa keno nagelo Maria Narottama dasa keno nagelo Maria Gautama dasa gelo nagelo Maria Gaurapahu nabajiya goainu Gaurapahu nabajiya goainu Gaurapahu nabajiya goainu Gaurapahu nabajiya goainu Premaratana dana helaya harainu Premaratana dana helaya harainu Premaratana dana helaya harainu Premaratana dana helaya harainu Gaurapahu nabajiya goainu Gaurapahu nabajiya goainu Gaurapahu nabajiya goainu Gaurapahu nabajiya goainu Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol, Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Nitya Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna. Gracias. Thank you. Vielen Dank für die Teilnahme. That's it. Tomorrow, the rest of the songs. Okay. Joy, 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 full of joy. That's it. Yes, please.
Sometimes Shri Prabhupada is praying to his spiritual master for power and awareness, and then is prayed directly to Krishna. So how do we understand?
Also, try to only time, the acharyas, you can see them pray in different ways. There's some, like now Kandasta, Guru Vandanam is his song also. And in this song he prays Lord, like Gauranga Karuna Kori, he prays directly to Lord Chaitanya. In the other song he addresses Krishna. So in the absolute platform there's no difference. It's not that you cannot pray to Krishna directly.